Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Nidecker Beta. This board features Nidecker's Surfy Cam Rocker, which is a directional cam rocker, so you get more rocker in the nose, camber through the middle, and then rocker in the tail. What this is going to do is give you the load, pop, snap, and drive of traditional camber underfoot, but you're going to get that ease of entry in and out of turns from the rocker, as well as more optimal powder float. This board is available in 157 and 162. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that had 10 inches, a heavy wet pow, there was lumpy pow, chunder, chop, kind of groomed runs underneath that, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. This board's flex is fully directional and on the stiffer side of the freeride spectrum, so you do start off with a slightly softer nose that progressively stiffens back up to the tail, with not a lot of torsional flex. What flex that there is in the nose isn't even that much. You really can't twist or ankle steer this board. When it comes to stability, this board pushes through everything in its path. Powder, chop, mounds, chunder, it doesn't matter. It feels like a steamroller that just picks up speed. You never have to worry about anything. You do get a tiny amount of chatter in the nose, but it is completely gone before it hits the front foot. When you are just slamming through chop and chunder, like I said, it's a steamroller. You don't have to worry about just kinetic energy forcing you to bend your knees more. You can just push and it will plow. Here's the thing about the pop of this board. It's not the snappiest board out there, but it gets the job done when you're in fresh pow. With that surfy cam rock profile, you load the camber up and there is a little bit of rocker back out in the tail. This is where you're going to be able to engage it to get it to pop and snap. So if you're like really aggressively loading it, you're going to get more out of it. If you're not, it's going to snap, but it's going to be mediocre. Like I said, not the snappiest board out there, but it gets the job done. This board is a boat to butter. It's basically a giant waste of your time, and I don't know why you would do it, but you can. Just, it's going to suck. And you're going to waste your energy. I'd rather go smash pow, which is exactly what I did with this board. The edge-to-edge power transmission with this board is fluid and smooth, but not quick. There is a delay to it when you're driving this board. You notice that it really engages from the center between the insert pack back through the tail. It's one of those back foot dominant steering boards, and that's what adds to this delay. While you're engaging off the front, and it is smooth and fluid, it's not quick, which is part of the problem with how it carves. If you're doing big, long, swoopy carves, you're golden. But when you're trying to do tight, aggressive ones, you're using so much energy just due to the lack of the torsional flex, the camber profile, and how this board's designed, that it's not really worth it. You have to be calculated to just know that you're like, hey, I'm going right, I'm going left, I'm going right, I'm going left really quick. It's a very precise board in that regard. It's when you're out in wide open terrain that it truthfully excels. Who's this board for? The pow chasing freerider that rides heavier, wetter snow. I'll be honest, this board's too torsionally stiff for me. It causes too much of a workout from the way that I ride or for what I want. I will say this. It is a damp ride, but still retains a little bit of liveliness. I mean, you can plow through anything with this board and not worry about it. In tight trees, it sucks. It's just not fun. It is a workout. You have to be overly calculated, and with the way the Colorado trees are that I ride, you don't want to be that way. You want to be a little more loose in case you have to change direction abruptly because there's a rock or a fat skier fell in your way or a moose or something like that. Overall, it's an okay board. I see who it's for. It's not for me. I was not a fan of this at all. Comparable boards: the Jones Stormwolf, the GNU Gremlin, the Capita Kazu. Binding recommendations: the Nidecker Cone Plus, the Union Atlas, the Bent Metal Solution. This has been my review of the Nidecker Beta. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.